Hi, everybody. I didn't know I had such a large collection of works by Amy Zerner and Monte Farber, but I do. So let's walk through some of them today. Not sure how many I can get through, but this is my collection with a new one there, the Enchanted Tarot, and another new one there, the Intuition Oracle. It's been on my shelf for a month now. It's time to show the collection and enjoy. So let's get busy. I think the first one we'll do is this. Now, I'm going to turn the camera down and let's just see it. So this one I didn't get as a set, but apparently it is a set from what I've seen online. So these are the cards, came with a little pouch, The Enchanted World of Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. So these are the cards, they're really nice size for traveling. And what I do is pop them with that bag in a chocolate box with some candles, matches, and I can take that on a vacation. It does have, unfortunately, the copyright here and here. I do read reversals, but let's pop it in a little stand and take a look at it. I was going to say what I like about this nice hardcover book is it's larger print, and it works off the Celtic cross. And so it's showing you, if you got the Four of Wands in the position of what's behind you, it talks about in the past you saw the results of being committed and bringing things to completion. If you avoided obligations, you wasted time. Nurture harmonious relationships now, and you will benefit in the future. So I really liked, as a person years ago learning, that I could lay this out in the similar spread and just see what they suggested that the cards meant in those positions. So really, really cool. Let's zoom in on these. There we go. Just bring that a little bit closer. And we'll take a look. So, I did like the cardstock because it was so easy to shuffle. So let's turn this around and take a wee boo. They're darn pretty. They're not in order. This is the Chariot. So these are all works of her art that she stitched and originated. There is our star card. And we'll just do a few. I like that Four of Pentacles. Really pretty. Now, I'm just going to see what it says for the Nine of Swords. Now, in this deck, she does do the Princess, Prince, Queen, and King. But we're looking at the Nine of Swords, and I thought that would be fun to see if that came up in the section of your persona. It says, present yourself as in the grip of a nightmarish situation. Show you are in the process of confronting it and all the fears so as to avoid becoming a martyr to obsession, compulsion, paranoia, or physical illness. And try to get some sleep. So there's really some humor in here as well as good information. Has kind of an old world romantic look to it, but fun. So this is The Enchanted World of Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. So you still get your prince, your princess, your queens. It's all here. It's just presented in a really fun fabric way. Wonderful. So let's move on. This one is really another great little game that they invented. And it's called, as you can see, the Mystic Messenger. Comes in a pretty big box. And it talks about how they're going to ask you to meditate on your issues, roll the 4 color-coded dice, and flip the pages in the book to reveal your answer. You know, and the writing in it is really, really nice. So it comes in a flip top like this. And it sits on a little booklet pedestal like that. And you get your 4 dice. But in it, you also get, I'm going to have to zoom out a bit here. Okay, to get it in the screen, we got to go bird's eye. So this is the little book that comes with it, The Mystic Messenger. And they are absolutely fantastic at explaining what's happening. So for instance, here you can see in the instructions, the red die is for fire, the white for air, the blue for water, and the green die for earth. And it's as simple as that. But if you want more information, great little book. So here we go. You know, if you want to think of a question, we'll just put it out there and see if this relates to anyone. So I'm going to roll the dice for the fire card. And we get 2. So you take the front cover off and you go 1, 2. And it suggests very simply that you act as a candle whose gentle flame gives us the power to see what is near to us, as well as the ability to move about our world in the darkness. Now, it talks about 2. You need to share your vision with those you find close to you. And hopefully they're receptive, but listen to, for they in turn have much to teach you. And it goes on. And I'll try to do a little screenshot at the end so you can get the rest of it. So now we're going to go on to air. And this is the idea you should keep in mind. 3. So let's get going. We'll flip this. You know, and this is a thing that's going to last you a while because it's good cardstock. So it says, be aware that your alchemy process is going to keep you quite busy emulating the functional artistry and craftsmanship of the venerable weather vane. So with the weather vane, it's saying, you know, you got to be flexible. You will be tested, as both the course of action you have chosen and the resistance to its progress are forced to change direction in an unpredictable fashion. See, it's really good words. And then you could bring in the numerology too if you wanted to. So for water, emotionally, you will be encountering, so we'll have to flip to number 12. Take some sections here. We're getting there. That's probably the last card. Yep, you get 12 in a section. So 12 numbers. Now this one says, a blanket of mist will come over the land and all it touches will be united in the common experience of having to navigate a distorted world of unreliable vision and anonymous shapes and sound. You will be forced to rely on your sixth sense, the intuition which the sages called the third eye. Okay, number 4, the next stage of your process. It will be a 1. So we take this, we go here. So the wall, sort of like the tower card, it looks like to me. Your path will lead to the very difficult but important lessons taught by the wall. You must confront the probability that it is impossible to transform your situation into one you desire. Your desires must be re-examined to see if their fulfillment is what you truly want. So, pretty darn cool, huh? So let's go here. I'm going to try to get you a closer shot. Hang tight. So there you go, people. There's all the information from the dice that we pulled. Okay, now these ones are 36 affirmation cards. I must say I didn't use these ones as much. It is a good little box. And that, you know, it pulls off with some more information inside. And a little bit on the back where I surround myself with beauty and positive people and have faith in the future I cannot see. I love and accept myself as a unique individual. So hopefully that came into focus for you. So let's take a peek at these ones. Now, the backs are your information. And the front gives you more of her work plus a little bit of wording. It's a lot of wording for me. I would have rather just had the picture on the front and the info as it is on the back. I don't know if we needed all of this, but let's take a peek. Gonna zoom in here a little bit. So there's a card asking us to be flexible and adapt to the challenges. For such soft artwork, the square doesn't really work for me. But I'm going to shuffle the cards, pick one, and read a little bit for you. So again, if you have a little question in mind, take a moment to think about it, and let's pull a card. Okay, I've shuffled a little bit. And we'll just, oh, we've got some popping out there, but we got 3. That's an awful lot. Okay, so we're going to put it together then as a sentence, and we don't have time to read the whole back, so I'll adjust the camera and we'll take a peek. Well, that works out well. I just propped them on the previous game board's back, and you can see there that it talks about, I accomplish anything I put my mind to. I forgive myself and all those trying to grow, and I use my fears as signs that guide and protect me. So the heart of the matter would be this one, needing to forgive yourself. Now, I keep mixing up the zoom there, but I'm going to get closer for you. Okay, so if you're going to work on the goddess of protection, which was this lady here, then it suggests use this gift whenever you are down on yourself or others, especially when you notice the use of negative affirmations. Be happy that you notice these things, as it means you are making fast progress. Loving yourself and others requires forgiveness. It is an essential quality of the truly successful person living a life of quality and meaning. So there's all kinds of ways you can play with these. And you know, I'm starting to like them a little bit better just playing in this manner. So let's move on. This one has really piqued my interest in the last couple days. This is the book. This is the box. And it's a talking board, similar to the Ouija boards. But because I work with my charm board, I'm not too fearful of using this in that manner. But I must admit, when I tried the little planchette inside, it didn't talk for me. But I've got other ways that I can hopefully get this to talk. Now, this is the back of the box where I added a whole bunch of protection and Reiki symbols. And I just wanted to add that little bit extra to make sure that, you know, the energies coming through would be good for me. So in the box, you get this little enchanted spellboard disc, and I did put some buffers on the board. I mean the plastic on the bottom, because on the board it wasn't shifting as easily as it could. And it also comes with a little bag with a little bracelet for protection, I guess, that you can wear. So let's see what the board looks like. Okay, I tell you, I feel like an acrobat today trying to get all these big games on the table so that you can see them. But It really is cool. Even if you didn't use it as an enchanted spell board, the book that comes with it is well worth the read. It goes into directions, it goes in how to prepare to do your work at the spell board game, and it goes into trees, colors. And I did find this extra page in some of my stuff to give me some more room, or sorry, more information about working with energies of trees. But there is all you need in here. As I say, even the directions and calling on them. And there's a spell for the north, the east, the south, and the west. It is a really good book. But the board itself, here's where you see the trees. And we've got little goddesses or angels in each of the sections there. You've got numbers in here at the first. And if I get that little planchette back out, it goes here. So you start in the protected area of the pentacle with a little light touch with your fingers. And you see this moves a lot better with that little cushion there. So you've got all the tree names around the outside. You've got little keywords here. More alphabet around in here. I put on little notations for when you get into the zodiacs, the month, and whether it was earth, air, fire, and water, just by the use of these little dots. So red for fire, blue for water. And you work your way around. So it's got in the corners, yes, maybe, no, and question. Maybe formulate your question again. You even get to bring in colors. You know, these middle sections here and the definition that you want to bring maybe to what that color means to you. You could use a pendulum on this. I could drop my charms on this. This is really fun. Now, this little set comes in a flip type box called Karma Cards. And it's all about learning astrology, planets, and the houses. So you get this little box over here, and the idea is that you line them up in these sections. Okay, so there's our planets. That would go there. And then we have signs, followed by houses. And they indicate they want you to set up something like this. And the idea is you shuffle your planets. And if I get my notes here, what did it say? That blue is an outcome and red is an action. So when you flip these over, if you wanted to look at whatever you're working on and what the outcome would be, you would go there. If you were looking at action, you might want to turn it around and read these. So if you did that, you would turn them all around after you shuffled and picked your card. And you could read these as sentences. So let me zoom in a bit here. Okay, so we're propped up again, and you can see that if you wanted to read this as a sentence, do or die you must, do it your own way, and do it on your own. Okay, then you can also look at the fact that it's in Pluto and bring that energy in. The center one is Aries, and this one is the first house on the zodiac wheel. And you can also look at SMP, which is, your spiritual, your mind, and your physical, and try to look at that. And it really is interesting. I might be more ready and accepting of its information and how to play it now, because I am getting more decks connected to the zodiac and the planets. But the book that goes with it, as usual, has some really good stuff in it. I mean, you've got the houses here at the back. You've got information here on the first houses. And, it really is quite in depth. quite a unique little system that you can play with. It's got keywords, information, as I say, about Mars there, and the need to accomplish your goals without any personal compromise. Really good uplifting stuff, and it gives you some layouts and how they came up with the information inside there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is end this video here and have a part 2 where I'm going to spend the right amount of time unboxing the Intuition Oracle and the Enchanted Tarot on another day. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have a collection and I'm missing some that you have, I'd love to see what you've got in your Amy Zerner and Monte Farber collection. So have a really, really, really wonderful day, everyone. This was a really delight to do, and I'll learn how to speak eventually.